once she gets mic'd up, we'll go in for questions for Maria, our 10th seed.
First question, what are your impressions of Cincinnati? This is your first time here? Just kind of.
Yeah, it's unusual for me to, come to an event for the first time in my career, when we travel around the world and for many years and, you kind of play the same tournament. So it's actually a nice change of pace to come to an event that's new and, I heard a lot about it from the men's event and they've said, great things about it and the facilities are great. So, we got here a few days before just to get used to the heat and everything and the conditions. So all good.
Good.
Maria, when you were warming up just a little bit ago, you had tons of people watching, cameras, shutters going. Is that pretty normal to have that people come watch you just practice?
I block many things out when I'm practicing. I guess it's part of, being known and people want to see practice and it's almost, for the fans, it's actually almost better than a match because they can really see you really close and up front and, see how you train and see the things that you work on and, it's a fun experience for them.
And you were practicing with Azarenka, who you just played in the final at Stanford. Yeah. Can you talk about that? In tennis, it's unlike other sports where you would warm up with someone that's your opponent. Do you hold back things? What do you kind of do when you're practicing with someone that could be your opponent in this tournament?
Yeah. No, you don't really hold back because it's, it's one of those things where you go out and you just have to, work on the right things and do what's most important to you and not really focus on, trying to stay away from, showing your opponent your strengths or your weaknesses. It's not really about that. It's, practice is about going and trying to improve.
You made it the final last week. Do you feel like you're all the way back from shoulder surgery or close to being all the way back? How do you gauge your progress right now?
Yeah, I don't, I try to, that happened, a few years ago now, and, obviously it's a long road back, but when you're out on the court, you try to focus on, your job ahead really, and not so much about what happened, and if this is, recovering well or how you're doing, you just try to win the match, and I had a great week last week, and you try to take that momentum and build on it.
After that match, you talked about how you didn't feel like you served smart. Can you elaborate on that, and have you done anything this week to kind of fix that or change it?
Yeah, I played against someone that has a really good return, and then sometimes even some of your, bigger serves don't quite work against, an opponent that returns really well. So I meant maybe mixing it up a little bit and not giving her, the same looks on the serve with the same pace.
Obviously you want to win the title if you can, but not only goals, but then also anything particular you're working on, like any particular shot that's maybe giving you trouble the last couple of weeks that you're kind of trying to iron out?
The goal really before the U.S. Open and the whole, Olympus U.S. Open series is just to, play matches and play against different types of opponents and find yourself in different situations, whether you're up, whether you're down, and find a way to win, and get that experience. And it's something that we call, getting match tough.
Right.
What are your thoughts about playing Svetlana Kuznetsova in the first round?
Yeah, we haven't played against each other in a while, so, it'll be good to play against her, and, it's a challenging first round, but, I like playing against her, and, hopefully it'll be a good match.
That match, of course, moves you out of the marquee spot on Monday night because of the tournament she's playing in now. Does that affect anything in your mind, or, have you been looking forward to playing Monday night?
I actually didn't even know when I was going to play it, so. I had an idea I might play Monday, but, this is a long tournament, so you have to be ready to play Monday, and, if your opponent's still playing, in the other tournament, then obviously you're going to have a little bit of a later start.
So how long did you get here, or how early did you get here for this tournament? Because you had a week off basically between Stanford and now.
I got here Thursday night.
Were you able to see anything in Cincinnati, or you've been really just focusing on tennis?
Nothing, really, no. Just see the amusement park across the street, that's pretty much it.
Did you actually go over there, or did you just...
No. I prefer Disneyland. I sit back in the splash water.